Technology to create artificial planets. Is it possible to create a planet like Earth, with all the elements of life and atmosphere? Or is this just a pipe dream of future scientists? Let's dive into this topic. 1. The idea of an artificial planet. Artificial planets are an ambitious idea in the field of space science and technology. It is a man-made structure that mimics the characteristics of a natural planet, including the atmosphere, oceans, continents, and even the complete ecosystem to sustain life. The creation of an artificial planet not only opens up the possibility of expanding living space for humans, but also helps solve problems such as population crisis, resource depletion, and climate change on Earth. An artificial planet is a man-made structure that can have all the same elements as a natural planet, like the atmosphere, water, land, and even ecosystems. Imagine, we could create a planet with an Earth-like climate, which is eligible for life to flourish. But how to do that? Is it possible to build a complete planet in space? How to build an artificial planet? The idea of building an artificial planet requires a combination of various scientific fields, from astrophysics, materials technology, environmental engineering, to biology and artificial intelligence. There are several methods that can be considered. Create a huge structure in space. One approach is to build a giant superstructure, such as a Dyson sphere or a planet-sized space station. The structure will be equipped with life-sustaining systems, including an artificial atmosphere, circulating water sources, and vegetation to generate oxygen and regulate the climate. Use an asteroid or moon as a foundation. Instead of building a planet from scratch, humans can take advantage of an existing celestial body, like an asteroid or moon, and then renovate the surface and create habitat. This requires the implementation of terraforming technology, which involves creating the atmosphere, controlling the temperature, and bringing water to the surface. Build a complete artificial ecosystem. An artificial planet needs not only a physical surface, but also a sustainable ecosystem. This requires the development of technologies such as space agriculture, air and water recycling, as well as microbial and plant-based life support systems. What technologies are available? To be able to build a complete artificial planet, people need to solve a series of technical, scientific, and financial challenges. Today, advanced technologies such as space learning, genetic engineering, and space construction are just the beginning, but they lay an important foundation for further advances in the future. Challenges of building artificial planets. Huge energy source. An artificial planet requires a huge amount of energy to maintain its operational processes, from creating the atmosphere and regulating the temperature to providing light and resources to the ecosystem. Currently, solar technology in space is developing, but to build a complete artificial planet, more advanced energy sources such as nuclear fusion or direct extraction of energy from the sun using structures such as Dyson spheres may be needed. Huge material resources. Building a planet the size of Earth, or even just the moon, would require huge amounts of material that could not be taken entirely from Earth. Options may include meteorite resource mining. Asteroids contain many rare metals and materials needed for construction. Using materials from the Moon or Mars. Due to its lower gravity than Earth, it may be easier to transport materials from these celestial bodies. Fabrication of materials in space. Space 3D printing and automated manufacturing in space can help build massive structures without transporting materials from Earth. Maintaining a sustainable ecosystem. An artificial planet is not merely a mass of matter floating in space, but it needs to be able to sustain life on its own. This requires create a stable atmosphere. The atmosphere must be thick enough to retain heat and protect the organism from cosmic radiation. Efficient resource recycling system. Water, air, and nutrients must be recycled continuously to sustain life without relying on external supplies. Biotechnology and genetic engineering developments. Plants, microorganisms, and animals may need to be adapted to man-made environments. Challenges: gravity problems in man-made planets. One of the biggest challenges in creating an artificial planet is the problem of gravity. Earth's gravity helps maintain the atmosphere, retain water on the surface, and ensure the proper functioning of the human body. But if an artificial planet has a mass smaller than Earth, it could have serious problems such as difficult to hold the atmosphere. If gravity is too weak, the atmosphere can be lost into space. This can make the habitat unstable, effects on human health. Living in an environment with weak gravity can cause bone and muscle problems, similar to when astronauts are in space for too long. Artificial gravity solution. Several ideas have been proposed to solve this problem, including build a planet large enough to have a gravity comparable to Earth's. Use centrifugal force. An artificial planet can be designed in the form of a large rotation, like in the Interstellar movie or the Stanford Torus model, in which centrifugal force can simulate gravity, creating gravity with advanced technology. If humans can control gravity with future technologies, we can create artificial gravity without the need for a planet with a huge mass. Ideas and hypotheses. There are some interesting ideas and hypotheses about how to build an artificial planet. Some scientists hypothesize that we could create large, ecosystem-like cosmic structures with atmospheric control systems and water systems similar to those of Earth. Moreover, if it is not possible to create a real planet, we can think of alternative forms such as giant space stations, which can control the climate and habitat as a miniature planet. Can this technology be developed in the next few hundred years, or is this a distant dream? Finally, while the idea is still a distant thing at the moment, it is undeniable that it opens up a lot of possibilities in the future. If we can develop more advanced space technology, creating an artificial planet is no longer a pipe dream. The world is changing rapidly, and perhaps in the next few centuries, we will not only be able to live on Earth, but we will also be able to master our own artificial planets. What do you think? Can this technology become a reality in the future? Leave your thoughts under the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on other interesting videos.